Did I finish my quarter three goals? We shall see. Uh, if if you've been long enough here, you probably by the way that my face looked when I was saying that kind of like question. You probably know um, that's a no. Um, Also, if you've been around, you know July was a very hard month for me, and that pretty much everything I have planned and hoped for went down the drain when my mom ended on the ER and eventually hospitalized for a week, a little bit over a week. I think it was close to 10 days. Um, so yeah, I pretty much August and September has been trying to play catch up um, while trying to be mindful of my own body and my own human limitations. Just a little reminder because I don't know if I actually did a Q3 video. My three goals were to send the holiday romance to betas, to draft, like do a zero draft for the next project in the pen name the holiday romance is going to be under, and also to keep up with Marina the vampire. That was my writing goal. My personal goal was to keep doing Duolingo daily and to get back into this stack of books that I have standing. Those are my textbooks and workbooks for Korean. My third goal, which is more on the community and kind of like author business side, was to it was to build a production system that creates and releases content that will like make happy and enrich um, the people that follows my social medias. Um, there was a kind of percentage goal to it because I wanted to create a system that will make me more efficient. Um, so I was trying to make it in a way that wouldn't eat a certain percentage of my writing time. And I think besides what happened in July, I think the way that I broke down all of these projects within the goals was not smart. Um, I put a lot of writing projects on my plate for just 3 months, and it was the project list that I have for goal was the biggest culprit. Um, and obviously, when something family wise happens and you're not in the right mindset, that takes a toll out of you. It is what it is. So let's talk about Q4 writing goals. Um, they are pretty much the same. Um, and when I say the same is uh, I revise my goals when we get to towards the half of the year. Like around the end of June, I revise my yearly goals and change them or tweak them if I need to based on what happened on the previous 6 months and having kind of like an idea of how the later half, the other 6 months, may look like. Um, which sometimes it's gonna look good, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's 2023. Uh, anyways, also these goals are set up in a way that would create a better foundation for 2024. I have, um, I wanted to say the intentions, but no, I am planning. It is set up already. I have booked the editor. I'm going to start publishing under one of my pen names for 2024. No, I'm not going to be like saying what the pen name is because I want that to do its thing however it does. Um, you will learn the paranormal romance pen name because I recently switched Marina the Vampire uh, Vela under that name. So if you read Marina the Vampire in Kindle Vela, you'll see my paranormal romance pen name. That I knew it was going to happen, and it's totally okay. This one where the holiday romance is, and a bunch of other books and stories are gonna be in. It's pretty much under the wraps. Um, hence why I keep the kind of like the story um, of the holiday romance on the wraps. So if you ever think it's me and you want to know, you can ask me. I may or may not confirm it, just to let you know. Anyways, let's talk about this. Was kind of like a detour. Uh, that's how my focus is today. Um, yeah, let's talk about quarter four goals, right? Right. So, as you guys know, I do a writing goal, a personal goal, and a community business goal. Um, for my writing goal, the what I want is to produce 50% of my writing projects that are to release towards the end of 2023 or the beginning of 2024. Um, why the two things? Marina the Vampire is ending this year. So that's the book that's gonna end up, it will finish releasing 2023. That for this quarter is gonna be a priority. Also, there's a couple of short romances that I have vaguely mentioned on streams that I've been working on. And I think I mentioned it on my 5 a.m. writing challenge. Those are meant to release sometime in 2024 in the first few months. So that those are the kind of like big projects for 2020, for the last 3 months of 2023 to get those. done, and Marina done and put to bed, and this True Romance is done, revised, and ready for my editor. Um, I will do NaNoWriMo. That's gonna come with its own announcement, and you will get more of a glimpse of what I will be working on during NaNoWriMo through the Preptober videos that I am recording for you guys. But yeah, you'll know when the time comes for those specific events in the author community. Now, for my personal goal, you guys know I've been doing language learning goals for my personal. I have to increase my language learning. This time, for the past, I think I did it on quarter 3, and I'm repeating it on quarter 4. Is 50% of Korean in English by the end of the year. So I would like to increase my knowledge in both language by 50%. Um, the projects and the tasks that I have set up, those, like actually doing those, will eventually give me my percentage. And lastly, for my community and business goal, which is kind of like encompass social media and anything and everything around authorpreneurship, um, I just have it to increase the engagement and visibility across social media platforms that I am active on by, huh, I didn't put a percentage on this one. This one has to have, no. Okay, okay. I realize why this doesn't have a percentage. Um, this doesn't have a percentage because I just want to see the if it increased or not throughout my social medias. You know, when you see analytics from the past 3 months, the like comparing quarter 3 to quarter 4, and then I can go into comparing October, November, and December. And this is mostly something that I will be very deep in data and analytics to see what increase, if my reach increase, is if the click increase, if there were more comments and all that. And this is mostly so I can gauge what kind of content you guys here on YouTube or Instagram or whichever, like the platforms that I'm um, active on, enjoy. So that's why it doesn't have a percentage, because I just want to see what increase in engagement and visibility, what helped the increase, and do that, do more of that for 2024. Um, so it that that's gonna be a lot of data that I need to gather for my social media platforms. And also, I probably will decide um, what social media platforms I may just release. I mean, I'm not gonna close them, but I will not have it in my plans, because managing this, everything and anything under Esther Maria Duhar, plus managing anything and everything under the other two pen names, it's gonna be a lot. Um, and even though I like social media and I enjoy being on social media and I like to content batch, content creation and content batching for three different accounts, it's a lot. So I will be looking at my statistic and looking at my ideal reader and being 100% honest on the social medias that I absolutely have to have and let go of the rest. That's it. So those are my goals for quarter four. Um, let's get into the project. So I thought maybe I should walk you guys through my writing projects. I don't have the greatest polls, so um, they're never really gonna be um, straight. Also, you're gonna see this upside down because it's just the easiest way for me to, write things. So we're gonna do the writing goal project in tasks. I kind of realize that that is very light, but it's okay. It's okay. I kind of like know. I don't think I'm gonna write the projects. I mean, I don't usually write the projects and task on that color. It's just the title of it that I do that. So, oh, this one was good. So let's do this little tiny fancy header for all of the projects.
I never thought I'd feel like this. Ooh, I never thought I could. Yeah. I never thought I'd be on my shit. Be on my. I'm spending my time in love like I should. No more struggling, I'm all good. Yeah. I never thought I'd feel. I never thought I'd feel like. Feel like. Feel like this. Feel like. I never thought I'd feel like this. Feel like. Feel like this. Feel like. Feel like.
So for the writing projects, I looking at oh, sorry, looking at a Word document. I have quite a lot of things I want to do for this quarter. Um, so the first one is to finish Marina the Vampire by the end of 2023. I'm sorry, friends. I have to have the notebook like this so I can actually write. So, my first project and pretty much the most important as of right now is to finish Marina the Vampire by the end of 2023. Um, that means this is kind of like the project. And now I'm gonna go ahead and put all the tasks that I have within that project. Um, so I do have what the remaining episodes. till the end. I also have the drafting of the episodes. Of the episodes. And then I also have revise all of the episodes. And obviously I have to schedule all of the episodes. I also have to do the seasonal bonus scene. So seasonal bonus scenes, and this is coffee Patreon only. I did it last year. I'm gonna do this again. So I need to plot, draft, revise, and schedule those scenes. And I also do need to do a author's note for my members. Note for coffee Patreon members. This is kind of like to let them know what to expect. Because the membership that I have, the subscription that I have in Coffee and Patreon are to read 2 days prior coming out of Vela the episodes, and also behind the scenes, bonus scenes. They have access to the Spotify playlist. They have access to the Pinterest board. All those awesome things. Um, and I have to think what's gonna be the next thing I'm gonna offer them. It might be I'm probably gonna give them options, so they can decide what will they like to see next from me in the subscription area of my author thing. So that is what we have for um, the first project. Now we have a second project, which I am going to write it down, and I will have to hide hide it because it is for the pen name. But it's just pretty much drafting an entire series. Pretty much, I think 9 out of the 12 books in that series will be drafted throughout quarter through 4. And just to before you grab your pearls or anything like that, they're short books, so it's not like I'm writing a 950K uh, book or anything like that. They're short. They're under or anything between 8 to 11K words. They're short reads. It's completely possible, very doable, and they are already plotted. I just need to draft them. So that's the second project. Okay, so I have wrote down the project and task for that pen name um, project situation. Now, my third project is to relearn using Photoshop to create the book covers for my ebooks, and hopefully in the future create the paperbacks and the hardcover wraps. This is something I'm gonna work on December. This is a month specific because I October and November are gonna be so drafting heavy that I'm limiting, like very limited. I think I only have one thing that I'm drafting in December, and if I do need to play catch up, where I'm still like doing things with Marina, that can be done in December. But December is gonna be the month that I mostly work on relearning Photoshop. I had to check the version that I have in one of our hard drives, external hard drives. I learned how to use it when I was in uni because I have a degree in advertising. Also, you kind of like it's good for you to know some of the system. So when you're trying to explain the designer how you want the ad to look like, or when you're like writing it down, kind of like mapping out or doing the croquis of the ad, kind of like what you're asking in that kind of situation. So I'm just gonna mostly December is gonna be me relearning how to use the Photoshop system that I have, so I can do like the main thing is to do my ebooks. It will be awesome to start learning to do paperbacks and the hardcover wraps, but the main focus is to do my ebooks because that covers are expensive, and at this moment in time I rather use the money resources that I have on an editor than on a cover. I will rather spend the time learning how to do a good cover than the money, especially because English is not my first language. Is It's a smarter investment on my part to get an editor to produce a high quality story, and I'll put the time and effort to produce a high quality market cover. So let's jot that down. And then the last one is the Holiday Romance. I want to finish my self edit for the Holiday Romance so I can have it ready for some eyes. Probably I will start with writer friends. I will probably start with critique partners, and then later on 2024 we'll get to betas. Ideally, I would like to have this ready for critique partners during the first quarter of 2024, because this book was bumped up from a 2023 release to a 2024 release. Um, and I pretty sure I will be able to get this published by the end of 2024. Um, Notice that pretty much that's the last project on my writing goals, projects, and tasks. Um, I know there's a lack of NaNoWriMo related situation. Um, so the reason it's not here is I still debating between two projects. I will have to look at my writing, at my actually publishing schedule, and see which comes first in the schedule, um, and where I can allocate their drafting periods in 2024, and that will give me a better idea which one will be the best option for NaNoWriMo 2023. Um, so, yeah, this is why it's not here, but like I said before, I will do a video announcement of the project, and you will hear bits and pieces when I talk about how I go about like prepping and outlining during October for NaNoWriMo.
I never thought I'd feel like
And there you have it. I am not gonna bore you with the project pages for my personal goal, which is just mostly language. It's mostly Duolingo. It's mostly um, spending time working through the text and workbooks that I have there. It's reading fiction, more books in English, because that really helps me keep my Englishing, and also kind of like do some searches and gathering resources for verb tenses, because that's my biggest week. I, for some reason, my brain never was able to understand verb tenses in English, so I always have problems with that. And you probably have heard it. Sometimes I realize that I did it and like say it again with the correct tense, but a lot of the times I don't realize it. It doesn't click. And I also have a project where I actually record myself speaking in Korean, so I can get that. And like I said before, when we were talking about the last goal, it's a lot of collecting and analyzing analytics and data. So I will be mostly concentrating between Instagram, YouTube, and see what I can do with Facebook. And also, um, since I don't have analytics for the pen names, I will focus more on creating a strategy that is very clear on who the ideal reader for those pen names are, so I can have the best social media marketing strategy that I can for when I start publishing um, these books. So there's that. I know I'm still trying to figure out what to do with the newsletter. You probably, if you're subscribed to the newsletter first, thank you so much. If you haven't, the link is always on the description, or you can go to my website, esthermariandujar.com, and subscribe there. It's completely free. Um, you haven't seen a newsletter from me since June. Um, I probably just will try to do one sort of wrapping quarter 3, and I may do I may reassess if I should keep doing monthly or if I should change to something else. Because writing newsletter takes time out of writing the actual books. So and it's something that I know I have to do, but I think I haven't found um, a way to make writing a newsletter fun for me. So we shall see. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned. So yeah, that's it for now. Um, we probably shall see each other during Preptober videos. Yeah, that's the next thing. So if you like this type of video, hit the like button and subscribe for more writing related videos. That could be writing vlogs, streams, chats, or planning videos. We do almost everything writing related here. So if you're into that, please subscribe. And that's it, friends. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.